Hello, everyone, and welcome to Grow My Etsy Shop podcast.
Hey, welcome. So today we're going to be talking about how to get people to buy from you on Etsy. And if you're watching this is my podcast, but I'm recording myself today. There's someone left a comment on my YouTube last week that's like, "Hey, I want to see you." So here I am, not as handsome as you probably thought. So today we're going to be talking about quantification fixation, which is a term that we use in marketing or like just in general, and it's usually coined as a negative thing. And so if someone has quantification fixation, which most humans do, it means that we care about numbers more than anything else, and we make our decision based off of numbers than we do anything else. And there's a lot of times where the numbers aren't necessarily as important as we think. So an example of this could be like if you were hiring for leadership position and you were looking at their GPA. Like their GPA doesn't necessarily have to do anything with their leadership skills. It's just so a lot of jobs will do this though. They'll look at, what's their score and what they do here and how they do here and how many years did they go to school? And that's quantification fixation. And they're going to assume that someone's better than someone else because they went to school longer or they got a higher test score or whatever it may be. But that doesn't actually test leadership skills and the people skills that are associated with that position that's needed. So that's where a lot of times quantification fixation is like this kind of coined term where it's like, hey, make sure that you're not just being fixated on numbers, because humans are naturally fixated on numbers and assume that more numbers makes things better. So I want you to take off your quantification fixation hat, put that to a side. I want you to take now a different hat, put that on. This new hat is your how can I use quantification fixation to grow my business? Like how can I use it that when someone comes to my Etsy store, they are excited and want to purchase from me? So let's talk about that. So the first little step you want to do is, like, especially if you've been in business for a while, you have a couple things that are going to give you the advantage. One is years in business. There's nothing wrong. In fact, it's a positive thing to mention that you've been in business for a certain amount of time. So, hey, we've been making jewelry for 7 years. This is a great way to kind of give yourself a boost in credibility to say, look, we know what we're doing. Because keep in mind, every time someone's on a listing, they're making multiple decisions, not just one, not just if they want to purchase, but they're overcoming these objectives. One being like, well, is this the best one? Do I trust this person? Is it going to come in time? Do I like this? Do I have a fear of liking this? Is it like they're thinking about so many things. And so a lot of the times you just being able to say, look, I've done this for a long time can help take away some of that fear that they have of, oh my gosh, am I going to like it? Is this cheap? Is this something? We've been in business for a long time, which means the only reason we've stayed in business is that people continue to give us money and we continue to make jewelry, for example. Another thing that's really great is to highlight your reviews. And so this is right from your listings. Someone's going through it. You have a picture of your product. You can literally put right underneath that product 4.9 stars out of 500 reviews, something like that, because that's where you want that quantification fixation. So like 4.9 is just a number, right? Until you say out of 500 reviews. And now, hey, they've gotten 500 reviews. This is great. Or I'm sorry, 500 5-star reviews. 500 5-star reviews. There it is. And then they can see that and say, wow, this is great. The last one is, you can just showcase your sales. So you can simply say like and you don't just be like, we've sold 10,000 products. You would say like over 10,000 happy customers or something along the lines of that. Handmade with love to over 10,000 buyers worldwide. That's another great way to say it. If you're niched, like let's just say you're in the wedding, you could say trusted by 1,200 brides on their big day. And those are all great ways to just sort of say, hey, we've been in business for a while. We know what we're doing. We've got a lot of happy people. We assume you're just going to get in line with the happy people here. And so that's a great way to do it. Okay, so the next thing is something that Etsy actually does all by themselves. But it's nice to know the mindset that's behind it so you can see why they're doing these things and then how you can leverage it as well. So the first thing they do is they put a timer on your sales. And so when you run a sale, this works well because they can see the consumer can see a price and then they can see a price that's less. And so that is using numbers to your advantage in this scenario. Wow, that's $34.99, but now it's only $30. I like that. I'm in. So Etsy does this though. You go on sale, it's going to show the price, it's going to show it slashed, it's going to show the original, and then they're going to even do my next thing, which is to put timers on sales. So having things count down is always really great. If you've ever been a type of person who studied for a test and waited to the very last minute to do it, or you needed to buy someone a gift and you waited to the day of to buy a gift, then you're the type of person that this works for. It's the type of person who needs to have a reason to buy. And so a lot of times those timers can give people a reason to buy. And so Etsy knows this, and they've built this all in, so it's something that you can use. The last one, and I think this is a really great strategy if you're the type of person who has really hand makes their products, is to show stock levels. And so that's another thing. If someone's like, wow, I really love this, it's a one of a kind, I can't really find it anywhere else. Like if that's your type of store, then stock levels work great. Because essentially say, hey, I only make 5 of these a month is a way to use numbers to your advantage. There's only 2 left in stock is another way to do it. But again, Etsy does all of this for you. So if you have 2 in stock, it's going to say it's almost sold out or whatever. And then Etsy does even the last thing, which is to say, hey, this many people have bought this in 24 hours. This many people have it in their carts. These are all techniques to use numbers to get people to do what they're doing. And so one of the things that I think you can do, though, because if you are kind of crossing this off thing, well, if Etsy does it, why do I have to worry about it? Let me tell you why. Because you only have a handful of listings that are really bringing in a majority of your views. And so if you go into your analytics, you can see that, hey, I got 100 views this week. Realistically, it was these 4 products that kind of brought in 85 views. And so 15 came from my other products and 85 came from these 4. This means it's your job to use those 4 listings to your advantage. And so you need to look at those 4 listings and say, this is my storefront. This is my window case. This is the thing that someone sees when they walk by my shop. I need to make sure that these 4 items do their job in selling people the best that they can to come into my store or to purchase what's in the window. And so you can then start to manually sort of place these things in here. For example, you can put in there best seller yourself so that people can see this is your best seller. And again, this is really helpful when someone needs social proof. I like it. Do other people like it? Well, we have 10,000 worldwide customers that have given us 5-star reviews. This is our current best seller, and it's on sale right now, and we've got 2 left. It's like the perfect storm of making sure someone is excited to buy from you and wanting to buy from you now. So this is where you can start to manually make those changes and add that right into your store so that when someone clicks on that best seller that you do have, they're then kind of brought into all this. So Jared, do I need to update my whole store and do it? No. Just look at the things that are bringing traffic and start to make those tweaks there. Another thing that you could do is, and this is getting into the weeds a bit here, but I do think if you are truly optimizing, like I think if you took this week to say, I'm going to optimize my listings, like this is a good thing to be thinking about, is let's say you offer free shipping. A lot of times we allow Etsy to do that promotion for us, free shipping, right? You can tell them how much they're going to save in shipping. Save $8 on shipping. Something like that. We offer free shipping, which means you save $8, something like that. Because now they're going to see that as a savings opportunity instead of like, well, I'm not paying for shipping. Maybe they roll it up in the price or, something along the lines of how we kind of think these days. You can legit say, this is how much it cost me to ship it. It's $8. I'm going to save you $8, free shipping. So I think stuff like that is smart. And I think it's the similar concept with bundles. Like you're going to have a bundle up there. It's really important to say you're going to save 20% by buying this bundle. Like you don't just want to be like, hey, buy 2. You want to say buy 2 and save this much money. Get 50% off, get 20% off when you buy 2, or save $6 when you buy 2. I think that, again, we're using these numbers to our advantage because when we go back to quantification fixation, what do we learn? We learn that a majority of people make decisions off of numbers, and that numbers help them make decisions. And so, okay, let's use numbers. Let's bring this stuff in. Let's tell them what this is. And I think, again, a lot of us get caught up in, well, I don't want to brag. I don't want to sound this way. I don't want to be like, like an infomercial where it's like, and now, and if you call now, you get this, and I'm throwing in 6, and I'm throwing in 7. But you have to think of it in a way that you're essentially answering questions the same time you're offering value. How much is shipping? Oh, it's free and it's $8, but you don't have to pay it. Oh, good. My question got answered, which was about shipping, but now I'm quantified a bit on my on my value of what I'm saving. If I buy 2, how much money does that actually save me? $6. Oh, because they're thinking it, right? That's as much as we don't want to talk money, we don't want to talk that. They're thinking it. They're doing the math in their head. You can tell them. This was originally $49.99. It's now $39.99, 30% off. Great. Because how much am I saving at 30% off? We've all done it. Have you ever added something to the cart and then added the coupon code just to see what it would look like at checkout? You can say right there in your listing, we offer free shipping, 30% off. This makes it this much money. Done. This is a great way, again, to share sort of these bonuses that you're giving, answer the questions without sounding like, and free shipping, and this, like you're not just throwing everything on there. So I like this technique. It's like it's the technique of using pricing numbers to show value and answer questions. So allow yourself to sort of see what they're thinking and get right into the weeds and be like, hey, I'll beat you to it. Here's the number you're looking for. So I know you may be thinking like, well, Jared, not a lot of people use this. I don't see people doing this as much. So it must not be a technique that a lot of people use. And the answer is like, yes, you're correct in this. I was having this conversation with, I met with an influencer. She had 500,000 followers, and she was sort of breaking down her strategy going forward. And it was just the same crap that influencers do. It was like, I'm just going to kind of exist and take pictures of myself existing. And I was trying to say to her, look, if you can offer something a little bit more niched and direct and speaking to and kind of going to this, she was like, yeah, but none of my people I look up to are doing that. And I was like, I know. So you are just a lesser version of the people you look up to at this point. You're just trying to be them. So we know customer service is important to people. And imagine if you went to check something out on, let's just say you're online shopping today, and it literally said to you, this is how much you're saving on shipping. And then this is how much we have in stock. This is what it is on sale. This is the percentage off. This is how much you saved. It broke it all down for you so that you knew before you added to cart what all this was going to be. And now, to go even further, like, what if it told you how long? We ship within two days. Now you're getting even more information, even more stuff coming forward. You're like, okay, this is super helpful for me. These are the numbers. These are things I care about. So when we're showing the product from side to side to side to side, and we're like, it's 100% organic. Like, I think people do care about that. And again, that's a number, and so people care. It's all there. But this is the stuff that people need to know before they check out, and they want to know before they check out. So beat them to it. Help them do it. Because again, if you can get someone to get done with your 10 pictures, and by the time they're done with your 10 pictures, they're ready to check out, you've done your job. If they get done with your 10 pictures and say, I don't really know, they're going to hit me for shipping? I don't really know what this is. I don't know if this, I've got to do the math to see how much I'm saving here. Is this worth it? They're still shopping. And so that means you were given an opportunity to sell someone, and you left them with questions. Solve those questions. Be the brand that solves those questions. Be bold in how you sell. Lay it out on the table. And there's a great book. It's called The $100 Million Offer, I think is what it's called. It's by Alex Hormozy. And he talks about this principle, which is essentially saying it's common in sales that you sort of hide behind a curtain a bit. And when someone starts to, you try to show the best. And then when they ask the questions, you're like, you know what? That's a really great question. Let me frame it in a certain way. So that's, and his thing is like, if you come up with an offer that you're really proud of, then there is nothing to worry about. And so if it becomes a no-brainer for this person to see everything and it's all there and they have their questions answered, then by the time they get into sales, they're already sold. All you need to do is be a money collector at that scenario. All right, hey, thanks for the money. Here's your product. Have a nice day. And so he talks about how important it is to create an offer that works. And so you can do the same exercise where you're essentially looking at the offer itself. What am I offering? Not just a product, but I'm offering customer service. I'm offering a lot of testimonials of people who've loved this product. I'm offering fast shipping. I'm offering, like, what are all the things that you offer? I'm offering that it's 100% organic and not this, like, and I want you to just, and maybe even it's, you can, with our new friend ChatGPT that we talked about last week, you can sit with ChatGPT and say, here are all the things that I offer. Can you sort of summarize this So, or break it down. I have 10 pictures and I kind of want to break it down that some of the pictures I talk about some of these offers. Can you write this in a way that it's in an offering tone instead of just a selling tone? So we're making an offer to people. I think you could do it. And then what happens is when they get to slide 8 and you're talking about your shipping processes, you can tell them how much they're saving, how fast it is, your return policy, all within a thing that's more in an offer base. So by the time they're done, it's like, hey, this company right here is offering me this product at this shipping rate, with this return rate, with this, and a list of things. And then they're like, I love it. I love that offer. I'm buying the whole offer. I'm in. Okay, that's it for today's episode. Hopefully this is helpful for you. I kind of made some notes up here. It's use social proof numbers, have scarcity and urgency numbers, have pricing and saving numbers, have production and customization numbers, and shipping and delivery numbers. So those are the things that you want to have. And so those are the things that you can send into ChatGPT and say, this is what I want. These are the offers that I have for it. This is what I offer. Help me make a great offer with what I'm doing. And if you can do that, then again, it's that mindset shift of saying, hey, I sell bracelets to I offer this whole experience that comes with my bracelets. So you're getting bracelets and all these things. And if you can have that offer, you'll stand out. Okay, guys, till next week. Bye-bye.